There we go, the Raven fitness station. Push/pull-up bar. It's looking good. I guess that's a Raven. Personally, I am more into that kind of fitness. Sitting on a bench. Okay, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to 100 Mile House, British Columbia. This is where I spent last night, in the van, in this gravel parking lot. And if you look over there, I'm right next to a lake. It seems like a sweet spot, and it was pretty good. Oh, there's also a deer right over there. The spot was pretty good. There wasn't a huge amount of traffic last night, but every car that drove by, I said car, it was a truck, and they were very loud. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of 100 Mile House. Today is a driving day. The weather has gotten worse. It has been raining, and there's some smoke/haze that has come in, and there are thunderstorms in the forecast. So I would like to get out of here and head towards, ultimately my end goal is to be in Jasper. I gotta be in Jasper in 5 days, starting a hike, Skyline Trail. Anyways, I'm headed that direction. So I gotta go through Blue River or Clearwater, Blue River, etc., Valemont, whatever. I'm headed that direction. I have to cut myself off there, or I'd never get out of 100 Mile House. And let me tell you, I was totally ready to get out of 100 Mile House. Generally speaking, 100 Mile is a place you drive through on your way to somewhere else. And in my case, it served as a great springboard to get to Mahood Lake, watch that video, but it was definitely time to leave. This trip is still very much in its infancy, and I still have a lot of exploring to do. So let's get out and do some of it now. Okay, so I've just pulled up to the Bridge Lake Ice Caves parking lot. As you see, I'm in a big parking lot right off the highway. That is the Interlakes Highway, Highway 24. And I do want to note, it is the Interlakes Rodeo tomorrow and the next day. This is the long weekend, Labor Day long weekend or whatever. Maybe it's BC Day. I don't really know. It's the end of August. It's the end of July, the beginning of August. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So I do not know a huge amount about this place, Bridge Lake Ice Caves, other than I know that they are not ice caves the way you think of an ice cave being, as in a cave in ice. I think there's ice in caves. I'm not really sure. We're gonna walk down and check it out. I don't think it's super intense hike, but it'll be a nice walk. I am full of Subway, so it's good to get out, walk. Weather looks pretty good, albeit those clouds literally moved in pretty quickly here. So anyways, I'm gonna pack up a backpack and we're just gonna hit the trail. Hopefully the thunderstorms that were in the forecast come later. Whatever, it is what it is, let's go. I just happened to find these ice caves on Google Maps, and it was something that I had never heard of before, which is exactly what I'm looking to find out here. So at the Otter Fitness Station, side hip hop, I guess that's an otter, and I guess that's the station. It's kind of neat. I guess there's probably different exercises throughout this trail. I am not going to partake, but maybe if you wanted to, you could. But anyways, let's carry on. After not using any of those fitness stations, I was soon at the ice caves themselves. Well, it looks like that guy marks the spot. And I just talked to some strangers on the road, on the path. And it sounds like you can't get down into the caves, you can only look at them from above. So I guess those are the caves. I don't see any ice. Either way, we're gonna keep looking, and if you look out there, you can see the lake. I'm assuming that is Bridge Lake, because this is the Bridge Lake Ice Caves. I spent some more time looking, but decided that at least today, these were just caves. To be fair, it was at the height of summer, but I thought I'd at least see a little bit of ice. Historically, these caves were used as a source of ice for the Secwepemc people
used year-round to harvest ice for food preservation and other things. Pretty cool. But after viewing the caves, I turned my hike into a loop and walked the trail along the shores of Bridge Lake, which to me was the highlight of this stop.
Oh. Well, we're on a nice little dock here, and you can see Bridge Lake. Beautiful little lake. I will say, those ice caves, kind of anticlimactic. To be fair, it is August, so unless I see some ice in those caves on the way back up, we're gonna call them a bust. Bridge Lake a success. Now I'll see you back at the van. Well, I'm back up at the van, and I do want to say that was a nice little hike. I think I hiked about 4.5K, and there was a little bit of uphill, and I did realize that once I get to Jasper, I'm going to be totally cooked. I'm hiking the Skyline Trail, and I think it's high up in the Alpine, and it's probably steep, and I'm unprepared. So this was a little friendly reminder to myself that that's not going to be good. Anyways, nice trail. I wish there was ice in those caves, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Nice views of the lake. Let's go.
Now that future me is editing this video, I can tell you that parking lot me was absolutely correct. I was going to be cooked on the Skyline Trail. That doesn't change the fact that I was headed there anyways. So from the Bridge Lake Ice Caves parking lot, I had a 2+ hour drive to today's goal of getting to Blue River. Blue River is a small railway town in British Columbia that's halfway between Kamloops and Jasper, and it's going to be my home for the night. Since it was a long weekend, and apparently Blue River was hosting some sort of baseball tournament, I decided to explore some of the back gravel roads in hopes to find my own little slice of Blue River paradise.
Okay, we are officially here. I do not exactly know where here is, but we are in Blue River. I came through town, and I guess there's a baseball tournament in town this weekend. I think it might be a big deal. Anyways, there's a lot of people around, so my normal spots I didn't really want to go to find out if there's people there or not. So I kind of just went down a road over here, and I found this sweet little spot, although there are a lot of bugs. Anyways, there's the van. If you look, there's a sweet bridge over the river, and I have pretty much decided this is where I'm spending the night. There's no signs that say I can't camp there. Well, there's the river. Pretty epic little spot. I think they're winter trails. There's a sign up here that says winter trails, but like I said, it doesn't say no camping around here, so I'm just gonna go to it. Anyways, I'm gonna put some bug spray on and probably some long sleeves. I do feel like there could be bears around here too, but anyways, I'm gonna put some long sleeves and some bug spray on. Then we'll go over to the side of the van here. Yeah, a cool little spot. I'm just gonna set up shop here. I'll get my chair out, get my bins out, keep the door closed this time so I don't let any bugs in. And then I'm gonna make some dinner, but first long sleeves and bug spray, because this is, bugs are an issue. Okay, so for dinner, we're gonna go with some Asiago and red pepper sausage from Save On Foods. I can't even remember what city I bought that in. And then I also picked up some McCain Italian style roasted potatoes and veggies to go with it. So I'm probably gonna cook all these because they're gonna get soggy in the cooler. And then I'm gonna cook 1.5 of these on the grill. Grill is already heating up, and we'll get the stove going. We'll get the stove going. And we'll get that pan nice and hot. And we'll throw in some avocado oil. These bugs are bad, I will say. kind of a downer, but the spot is sweet, but I might have to retreat into the van after dinner. Unless the smoke clears the room. So we'll get that pan real hot, and then we'll add our potatoes, and we'll slice up some sausage here. Oh yeah, bud. Whoa. Back in there for tomorrow. Some hand sandy going. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, that's hot. Take this again. Italian style roasted potatoes by McCain. Oh. As you see, roasted potatoes and some beans and some peppers. So we'll let that cook. We might as well just go. Straight on there. Put that aside. And now we wait. Throw a little more oil on there. Okay, I think these can be turned off. Looks good to me. Just let those sit. And this is starting to look pretty good. Well, it is officially time to eat dinner. It looks good, and I will say, I did pull out my little flex tail bug repellent thing, and I got it fired up, see if it'll help, because this is terrible bugs. Anyways, I'm gonna take our potatoes and beans, scoop it onto a plate. Obviously, this is not rocket science. And put that aside. And then we're going to take Parmesan and herb, clubhouse seasoning, sprinkle it on top. Then we're going to grab a couple pieces of sausage, throw it on top, and there we go. That is Italian potatoes, whatever the heck it was called, Italian potato medley with Asiago and red pepper sausage. And we'll give her the old taste test. First of all, the sausage is good. Potatoes are good. Maybe could have used a minute longer on beans. Those beans are pretty good. If I'm honest with you, I usually only eat beans when they come on my Caesars. But we'll do all this together. The full meal deal. Bite. That is really good. Okay, that is officially really good. That's probably one of my better van life meals I've had. Very simple, obviously. I don't know if those potatoes would have lasted how long in the fridge before they got soft, but First night from the grocery store, totally worth it. So that's it. I'll just eat the rest of this dinner. I'm gonna eat the rest of this dinner and then I'm gonna hang out, but I might retreat into the van if this bug thing does not help. So we got one last good view of the river and my van, my spot. Just awesome. Great place, great find. Yeah, I don't really know what more to say. Good night. Okay, good morning. Oh, I closed my towel on the door. Anyways, good morning. It is raining. I stayed in my van for quite a long time, hoping the rain would subside, but it is definitely still raining, albeit not quite as bad as it was. Also, I have a visitor. I heard them show up. They did not spend the night, but they showed up this morning. I do not know what they're doing, nor does it matter. Anyways, I want to get to Valemount today, but before that, I decided there's no way I can sleep next to this suspension bridge without walking over it. So we're gonna go for a walk, a hike through the woods, and we're gonna see what we can find. As per Google Maps, I think this trail might lead to the other river here, which is the North Thompson River. So if that's the case, that'd be cool. But I did not pack my raincoat on this hike, so I'm just giving her in this hoodie. And if it gets too rainy, I am gonna quit. But with that being said, I'm headed over this suspension bridge now. And we're gonna cross over the Blue River, which is right here and there. And I am in Blue River, so this is the river that gives Blue River the name. That is a nice little spot. Pretty sweet. But anyways, onward, let's see where this thing goes. And then let's get out of here and get to Valemont.
As I head over my bridge, I will say that not wearing my raincoat was not a good idea. But a worse decision was wearing my $15 Walmart slip-on shoes. My feet were soaked almost immediately after starting, which sucked, but the cold, wet feet did distract from the mosquito situation, which was even worse on this side of the river.
Oh, fuck me. There are so many bugs here. It's terrible, but I think I'm on track to get to the river.
From here, I crossed over a couple dozen down trees, and then eventually I made it to a pretty average viewpoint alongside the river.
Well, god dang it, these bugs. We are officially at the North Thompson River. As you can see it's got that dark brown color, or gray or whatever. Silty. Anyways, this is a little steep getting down. I don't want to slip. I'm out here by myself. I'm already annoyed about these bugs. So we're going to turn around, head back to the van, and then we're going to Valemont. So let's go.
As we hit the road, we're officially off to Valemont. It's an hour north of Blue River, and it's considered the gateway to the Rockies. And as we close in on it, there's no mistaking that we're in the mountains now. With rain and thunderstorms in the forecast, I do make a quick stop for a chai latte, because nothing makes a rainy day better than a good chai latte.
Okay, so I've just stopped here at Vale Coffee to grab a chai latte, because this weather has me feeling like a chai latte. With that being said, this is my only stop in town. I'm going to head right out to camp. The weather still sucks, and I'm going to be camping in crappy weather. But I would like to find a spot where I can hole up for a couple days before I have to head to Jasper. So that's the plan. I'm going to drink this chai latte and head down to the shore at Kinbasket Lake. This is where I'm headed. It's a big, huge lake down there. There should be multiple different campsites on the shore. So we're going to go find a spot there. And yeah, that's that. Let's go.
With chai latte in tow, I'm back on the road, and things are looking up.
Oh my god. Oh. That was hot.
Anyways, I'm soon onto the gravel road, and it's nothing but smooth sailing to camp.
This road is absolute shit. Just look at that washboard. Oh. so bad.
I don't actually know it in the moment, but that washboard is actually shaking apart my muffler as I drive. But since I don't know, that's a problem for another day. Until then, I'm just glad to finally be at camp.
Okay, I think we found our spot. It's still raining pretty good, but I got my coffee here. Chai latte. There's the van. I'm in the spot. Down by the water, there is a ton of people. I know there's some mud drags on this weekend. It's also the long weekend, so I don't know if they're all here for that, but there's a ton of people down there. So I'm gonna camp up here. Hope nobody comes up to hang out with me. I thought I might be able to get down to the water here. There's some people out there. Some people out there on their paddle boards and whatnot. I wouldn't mind taking my canoe out, but I don't really like doing stuff in the rain, if I'm totally honest with you. I don't even like camping in the rain. But it is what it is. This is my spot. I'm gonna hole up here for a couple days. So I think I'm gonna set up my winter stuff. Not my winter stuff, my rain stuff, put up my shelter, and yeah, hunker down for the rest of the long weekend. So we are officially set up proper here. As you can see, I got my blue Ozark Trail 8x8, I believe. It's the Ozark Trail. That's from Walmart. Personally, I prefer this more than an awning because yes, I'm right by my van, but if I wanted to, I could put my shade up over there. I do not want to. I want it right next to my van, but I have options with this setup. But either way, I'm totally set up here. This is gonna be my spot for the next few days. Yeah, you can see people out there. If the weather breaks, I might take my canoe out, but I really just gotta get my stuff settled, get to edit a video, get my life together before I go hike the Skyline Trail, which may or may not be in the rain. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I got some leftover sausage on the grill, chai latte, and some creamy pasta salad from Freshco, the Freshco and 100 Mile. So I'm just gonna sit here and hunker down for the next few days. So with that being said, peace.